They say kindness is free, but what if I told you that one small act of kindness could change someone's entire life? What if, in just a few seconds, you had the power to rewrite a stranger's fate? This is a story about how one seemingly ordinary moment became an extraordinary turning point for two people who had never met before. It was a cold winter morning, the kind where the wind cuts through even the thickest coat. James, a businessman in his mid-40s, rushed down the busy sidewalk, his mind consumed with emails, deadlines, and a never-ending to-do list. He barely noticed the world around him. He was always in a hurry, until that morning, just as he reached the corner cafe for his usual coffee. He saw something that made him pause. A young man, probably in his early 20s, sat on the sidewalk, shivering. His clothes were torn, his face hidden behind unkempt hair, and his hands trembled from the cold. People walked past him, some stealing quick glances, but most pretending he didn't exist. But for some reason, James couldn't do the same. There was something about the way the young man looked. Not just cold, not just hungry, but defeated. James hesitated for a moment, then walked into the cafe. But instead of just grabbing his usual coffee, he ordered an extra one, along with a hot breakfast sandwich. As he stepped out, he knelt beside the young man and handed him the bag. "Here," James said gently. "It's freezing today. You should eat something warm." The young man, startled, looked up. His eyes, tired and lifeless, met James's. There was silence, just for a moment. And then, his lips trembled. Not from the cold, but from something deeper. "Thank you," he whispered. I don't know what to say." James just smiled. "No need to say anything. Just take care, all right?" And with that, he walked away, not thinking much of it. Just a small act, a simple gesture. Months passed. Life moved on. James forgot about that morning. Until one evening, he was dining at a restaurant with a friend when a waiter approached him with a familiar look in his eyes. "Sir, I don't know if you remember me." James looked up, confused. The young man now stood in front of him, clean-shaven, wearing a crisp uniform, a name tag pinned to his chest. But there was no mistaking those eyes. "You bought me breakfast that day," the waiter continued, his voice thick with emotion. "I was at my lowest. I hadn't eaten in 2 days, and I was ready to give up. But your kindness, it reminded me that I wasn't invisible, that I mattered, that maybe I had a reason to keep going." James stared at him, speechless. "I took that meal as a sign," the young man continued. "I went to a shelter, got help, and started applying for jobs. Now, I'm saving up for school. I needed to say thank you." James felt a lump in his throat. That simple moment, one breakfast, one kind word, had changed a life. We often underestimate the power of small acts. A smile, a kind word, a simple gesture of generosity. These things might seem insignificant, but to someone in need, they can mean everything. Because kindness doesn't just impact the person receiving it, it ripples outward, creating a wave of hope in a world that so desperately needs it. And the best part? You never know whose life you might change, just by showing a little kindness. So, the next time you have a chance to be kind, take it. Because you might just be the reason someone's story has a better ending.